Since Christmas, there have been some pretty big changes happening in the LEGO City, and you might be able to notice two of them here. Basically, the city has had a massive reshuffle in the modular and park area, and it is to accommodate the new Botanical Gardens. This is the 2024 LEGO Ideas Botanical Garden set, and it is absolutely awesome, but it's also huge. If you didn't know, this set is 2 base plates long, which means that it takes a lot of room to actually fit it in somewhere. Previously, the park in the LEGO City was 4 base plates long, starting on the base plate where the boutique hotel is now. So it was there, 2, 3, and 4 long. But now we've taken away the front base plate of the park and replaced it with the boutique hotel, and the park is now in more of an L shape. I think the boutique hotel looks especially good on an end corner like this. It actually has 3 really nice looking sides, and unlike other corner modulars, it only has 1 blank side. So the park is now made up of 3 full base plates and 2 half base plates on the side over there, and of course 2 base plates worth of Botanical Garden. This set is definitely much better than I expected, and it has some incredible features like the roof can lift off, the other 2 smaller roofs can also lift off, and the plants and gardens on the inside are amazing to look at. There is also lots of flower detail and a really nice tree out the front as well. So when I rebuilt the park, I wanted to try and include a similar design for the style of really detailed tree and flower. So as you can see, there are 2 new trees in the park. The bigger one here near the entrance has 4 bluebirds on the top, and then another one, which is a bit darker in colour, has 2 grey squirrels on it. I also made up some of my own flower beds, as you can see on the sides of the paths. There's also another one down there and 2 more over here, just to try and match the botanical gardens and add a bit of life to the park. I also continued the detailed pavement from the boutique hotel up the side, and then it merges on to the main park, which leads to the botanical garden. There's also another smaller path leading around the back of the boutique hotel to Assembly Square. The orange tree from the bookshop actually integrates really nicely as well. And overall, I think the park is looking the best it ever has. We also managed to make up another base plate of space for the park by moving all of these modulars down by a half. And we did that by reducing the street, which used to be here, to a half-sized pedestrian street. I think it's looking especially good, and those trees down the middle definitely make it look much better. Most of the modulars in here, such as the Jazz Club or the prison restaurant, don't really need direct road access, so that it's all right to have this pedestrian street. But the Daily Bugle kind of does need it, so there is the taxi there. But it does fit down, so it's not that bad. And because we moved the modulars around and the boutique hotel is now there, it means that the Palace Cinema is now on this corner here. And now there's sort of more 2 different distinct modular areas which are separated by the park, and I think it looks pretty nice. The next massive change in the LEGO City has happened on the beach area. Most notably is the extension to the Paradise Cafe, which I made, and it looks incredible. This set here was a set which was released in around 2010, maybe a bit later than that. But basically, I added 4 or 5 bits of building behind it, which sort of matched the style. The back of the buildings also look really nice on the street. And all of the roofs actually lift off. So as you can see in here, I extended the surf shop from this set. To the right of the Paradise Cafe, we added in the burger shop. And because this is on the end of the table, we added in some gaps so you can look in. You can see some seats out the front and the grill at the bottom there, and then some more seats upstairs. At street entrance, there's also a nice little burger picture. Behind the burger shop is a hairdresser's where there's a little mirror in there as well, and then a small apartment above that. Behind the bridge in the middle, there's a very small exclusive beach, and in there is the beach bar. There's a slightly better look at the inside. All of the coloured roofs also lift off, and this is another small apartment with a nice balcony out the front. Then in the final part behind the Coast Guard area, I actually extended the garage the whole way through so the quad bike can get through. Here you can see the street entrance. And this building is actually the City Mail post office. You can see some fragile packages in there, and also the City Mail helicopter. From the other side, you can see a bit more of the interior and also the garage. And I also added the electric scooter charging point there. So I think the beach complex looks pretty nice between the town and the beach. I think it fits in really well with the design of the Paradise Cafe, and it was definitely something that was needed for this beach area. For the rest of the beach, I also revamped all of the palm trees. So you can see some of them are looking much more detailed with a few curves in them, and there's another one over here as well. And I also redid the waves on the beach. I sort of tried to make them look a bit more natural and have the surfers on there. It looks pretty nice. And one thing I did aim to do with this city revamp is try and make everywhere a little bit less busy. So you can see there are quite a few open areas of green in the park, and lots of the city streets are also a bit more quiet, and especially the beach. There are a few less people in there, and I moved lots of people into buildings like the burger shop. That's pretty busy. The surf shop is pretty busy as well. And I just tried to make the city a bit quieter that way. On to the retail district of the Lego City. We have started to move around some of the skyscrapers, although we haven't actually decided where we want to put each skyscraper yet. But basically, we've moved the gaming tower into the very centre of the table, and I've actually added a new floor to that, which is pretty nice. And then the Octan Tower, which is this one here, is now right on the street next to the Agent's Tower, which is this building here. I think the Hennesbricks Tower is going to stay where it is. It's likely that this Agent's Tower is going to move back that way, so there's going to be a bit of a open area out the front of it here. So yeah, this area is still in progress, and we don't really know what to do with it, but there's going to be some nice shops down here as well, but that will be coming soon. So what do you guys think of the integration of the Botanical Garden set into the Lego Park, and also the new beach complex right by the beach? I think these look pretty awesome, and it definitely changes the whole mood of the city. I think it looks really, really nice, and put what you think in the comments. And also any suggestions for this area over here, put that in the comments as well. And of course, thank you for watching.